IT department like screwed something up with the broadcast, so this is our
Just about ready to start the second half here at Beagley Center. In this first round WBI matchup between Youngstown State and Binghamton, YSU leading by 2, 36-34 as we get ready to start the second half. Binghamton used a 12-0 run to come back and briefly take the lead before the end of the first half, as they are now back within 2 after trailing by as many as 13 in the first half. Leading all scorers in the first half was Alyssa James for Binghamton with 12. Amani Watkins has 11. Nikki Arbanis leads YSU with 10, while Sarah Cash has 8, and India Benjamin has 6. And Benjamin will handle for the Penguins to start the second half. Guarded by Kai Moon. Gets it to Nikki Arbanis, who hit all 3 of her 3-point attempts in the first half. Here's Chelsea Olsen. Olsen grabs 7 rebounds in our first 2 quarters of play. She'll drive on Jasmine Sina, and we're going to get a foul called on Sina. She had hands on Olsen. First personal against the junior Jasmine Sina.
Saw Binghamton get back into this game at the end of that first half, turning over Youngstown State. 9 turnovers in that first 20 minutes for the Penguins, and Binghamton had a full court press kind of put in there and about 4 minutes left to go in the second quarter, and it gave YSU some fits. See what adjustments the Penguins made to it at halftime.
Benjamin throws it into the center of the lane for Cash, working against James and got rejected. Alyssa James, the shot blocking specialist, came in 3rd in the country, and she showed why there. The niece of Patrick Ewing with the block, and on the other end, a block for Cash and Benjamin combined to their own. And the Penguins come the other way with a 2-point lead, just underway here in the 3rd. First round of the WBI. Winner takes on Yale or Northeastern in the second round. Arbanis finds Ann Seacrest, the freshman forward.
See how aggressive defensively James is. She does have 2 fouls. Last thing the Bearcats want is James to pick up her 3rd early in this quarter.
Olsen one-on-one with Sina. 4 to shoot, drives into the block and scores over top of Sina. Chelsea Olsen just went one-on-one and got the bucket to go off the window.
Yeah, the Penguins recognized the mismatch, spaced out, let Olsen go to work. She had a nice job controlling the basketball, going to the hoop. Finished nicely.
Benjamin with the rip away, heads the other way. Goes back to the wing, picks up her dribble, needs help, bounces it to Seacrest. Seacrest gonna work on Carmody, lost the basketball as Kai Moon came in and knocked it away. And a turnover will give it to the Bearcats. Moon, the sophomore, who averages nearly 12 a game, trying to get it to Watkins and does. Imani Watkins came into today with 607 points on the season. Drives in, up and under, and scores. Imani Watkins, what a move.
Really nice move by Watkins. Quick move, keeping her chin on the rim, not even really recognized Sarah Cash was there, had no effect on her. And a nice job going to her right, too. Coming into this game, YSU scouted her as couldn't really go to her right, was a very left-dominant player, but she's had some nice moves going to her right side.
Watkins now with 13 points, leads all scorers. She's 6 of 14 from the floor. Is 0 of 3 from three-point land, but has done her damage driving to the basket. The America East Player of the Year. Over 2,000 points in her career. Most all-time in Binghamton school history. Natalie Myers, the sophomore forward, back in the game. Resets to Benjamin as the shot clock hits 10. Under 8 to go in the third. Benjamin, hard drive, got hit by James. No whistle, but Benjamin still able to finish through the contact.
Tell you what, that's two really aggressive defensive plays by James with 2 fouls. First, the shot block. She got away with it on Cash, and then to really hedge there on Benjamin on the drive. Didn't get called with the foul either, but still very aggressive.
James goes in. Couldn't get the shot to go as Cash was right there.
I think she got away with the travel, too, underneath.
Benjamin speeds down into the forecourt.
I'd attack her again if I'm Youngstown State. Go right at James.
Here it is, the look into Cash, but it was knocked away. Cash able to track it down, and the Penguins will reset with Benjamin up top. Under 15 to shoot.
Make her play defense. 2 fouls, playing defense when you're a shot blocker. That's awfully tough to do.
Olsen swings it to Benjamin on the wing. 5 to shoot. Into the post, looking for Cash. James came out to contest. Cash forced to shoot it and drills it. Sarah Cash said, if you want to force me out, I'll hit the long 2 as well.
Almost, you want to say lucky, but kind of a good break there from Youngstown State late in the shot clock. Sarah Cash bails them out.
4 straight points for the Penguins to go back up 6. They look for James again down low. Mauls over Cash, a lot of contact. No whistle, and James scores as she put the shoulder right into Cash. And they're letting them play out here tonight.
They really are, and James is very physical, and that's what you want to do, though, if you're Sarah Cash. You recognize with a physical post player, you want to see to try to draw that charge. Got to hope that now you don't get the call there. You're going to get it later in the game because you got to believe James is going to go back to that same move.
Benjamin one-on-one out top with Carly Boland. Steps back, the 3 is left short, the ball tipped out. Boland couldn't grab it, and there's Sarah Cash. Benjamin will attack and turned it over. She was thinking Cash would be there, and it's stolen by Boland. Jasmine Cena brings it down, wants to get it to Watkins. Here's James going back to work, now faces up, puts the jumper up, no good, and a foul called over the back against Rebecca Carmody. Be the first against Carmody, and the ball goes the other way. Checking in for the first time for Binghamton is number 21, Carly Kirchnavi, a 6-foot sophomore forward from Quakertown, Pennsylvania. As McKenna Peters returns for Youngstown State, as India Benjamin will get a rest. Just under 6 minutes to play here in the third. Youngstown State by 4. They've led by as many as 13. Binghamton used a furious rally at the end of the first half to get back in it. Arbanis up top, 15 to shoot. Kicks it out to Olsen, who will put it on the deck on Watkins. Floater in the lane is off. Sarah Cash comes flying in and tracks it down as the Penguins get a new shot clock. Great effort tonight on the offensive glass by Cash, but then the Penguins turn it over as James steals it. Watkins will push. The lefty, Jasmine Cena now, who can shoot that 3, hit 1 in the first half, will reset out top. James finds Carmody. Now Cena on the wing. Peters has her. Ball goes into the post and an errant pass. Cash had a hand on it. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul called against Alyssa James. And that's going to be her 3rd. And that's a big whistle.
Wow. You wouldn't think with everything that's gone on in these first 5 minutes of this third quarter with Alyssa James on the defensive side and maybe an offensive foul too, that was going to be the call that they get for her 3rd foul. But that's a break for the Penguins again, and Binghamton not happy with that call, and they're going to leave her on the floor here with 3 personal fouls. I'd almost go right back to her defensively or offensively, make her play defense. Try to draw another quick one.
Olsen looking for Dunn down low, who's checked back in place of Cash. Working on James, goes up and under. Got rejected as Alyssa James just stayed straight up and blocked the shot. Cena into the forecourt. Finds Watkins, who's never afraid to shoot, and she drills it. Amani Watkins is always ready, and she pulls the Bearcats back within 1.
That's what she likes here in transition. She likes to find that 3 in transition. The lefty caught her feet. You knew that was going up as soon as she caught that basketball.
That's the first three-point make for Watkins, and another block for James as she rejects Dunn. Tip out to Olsen for three. That's left short, and James with a strong rebound, and they'll call the push on Mary Dunn. And with that, we have a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. 4:16 left to go in the third here at Beagley Center. Shape it up to be a good ball game. YSU 42, Binghamton 41. Back after these messages. .416 remaining in the third quarter here in Youngstown. The Penguins clinging to a 1-point lead, 42-41, as Binghamton has battled back from a 13-point first half deficit to get right back in this game as Imani Watkins, the leading scorer for the Bearcats, leads all scorers with 16 points. Alyssa James has 14, but she picked up her third personal recently, and she is now out of the ballgame. That's a big loss for Binghamton. Here's a strong drive from Rebecca Carmody, who scores. She's a nice player, Mike.
That's the second time now we've seen her take strong drives to her right side and finish. Had an and one in the first half, and this time gets the runner to go. Now the Bearcats back up one.
Cash makes the catch in the post, working on Kaylee Wasco, and they will call the foul against the freshman forward Wasco, her first. And Cash will go to the free throw line for the first time here tonight on the season. Cash is a 76% shooter at the stripe.
Nice post move by Sarah Cash. Recognized Wasco was kind of leaning a little bit, went right into her. Deliberate with her post move and drew the foul.
Drops in the first as that stops a 7-0 run by Binghamton. And checking into the game for Binghamton for the first time, number 31, Corinne Godshall, 5'11" redshirt sophomore forward from Doylestown, Pennsylvania. Cash, second free throw, rims out, and the rebound grabbed by Godshall. Out there with Moon, Carmody, Cena, and Watkins. Kai Moon, the sophomore, will handle up top. Here's Watkins. Lethal score. Throws it over to the wing. That's Godshall, who finds Watkins, and a traveling violation called out top. And we've seen a few of them tonight.
A little too anxious there by Watkins, rejecting that ball screen. That job on that defensive possession, though, really good job by Sarah Cash with a hard hedge off that ball screen that they set for Watkins and forced her to retreat away from the hoop, which didn't give her a clean look at the basket, which ultimately led to the travel.
tie ball game at 43, under 3.5 to go in the third. Freshman Ann Seacrest with an aggressive drive and scores with the left hand. Good assertive take there for Seacrest.
We've seen her be more aggressive throughout the year, and she's a strong post player for this Penguins team. And a nice take going to her left side, finished strong. Penguins back up 2.
Watkins gets it to Carmody. Finds Moon. Carmody has 8 points here today. Cena gonna drive all the way under the basket, needs help, drops it to Godshall, working against Seacrest and scores. Good patience from Corinne Godshall.
Good production by the bench players of Binghamton, with James on the bench with 3. Nice job by Godshall to come in, have a nice confidence, a nice composure in the post, and kiss it off the glass. Back and forth we go here in this third quarter.
Natalie Myers, the sophomore, works in, kicks it to Arbanis. Arbanis has 10 points for the Penguins. Here's Seacrest again down low. Back-to-back buckets for the freshman from Claypool, Indiana.
Another good take there by Ann Seacrest. Kept her chin on the rim. Nice job working back to that left shoulder on that right side. And got the nice hook off the glass to go in.
Ann Seacrest now with 7 points. Underneath, take by Moon, and the foul going to be called against India Benjamin, and that's going to be number 3 on India Benjamin. So something to keep your eye on. The vital piece of this YSU team, the senior point guard, whistled for her 3rd personal foul.
Melinda Trimmer not in tonight's lineup with a foot injury. You don't really have a true backup point guard.
And Imani Watkins steps into a 3, and sometimes there's just no guarding her. She is as good as we've seen this year on the offensive end.
Couple feet of space there given by Arbanis, and Watkins recognized it, walked right into that 3 ball with confidence and knocked it in.
48-47, Bearcats back in front. Freshman Olsen working on the senior Watkins, goes all the way, couldn't get it to go. And a good strong rebound, pulled down by Corinne Godshall. Nearing a 1.5 to go in the third. Watkins looking for Carmody. She makes the catch, find Watkins for 3. She knocked it down. Imani Watkins is on fire as she now has 22 points. And this senior is lighting Beagley Center up here in the third.
And they're doing a great job finding her, and a nice job finding her in transition in that corner 3, and she knocked in. And YSU, they just got to find a body on her. You almost got to eliminate her from any offense that Binghamton runs in this rest of this ball game, because she's already reached her season average of 21, and we're not even through 3 quarters.
Watkins was 0 of 3 from three-point land in the first half. She's 3 of 3 here in the second half. She has 22 points to lead all scorers. At the line for 2 is Chelsea Olsen, and she was fouled on the arm underneath the basket, and she misses the first. Olsen, the Horizon League all-freshman team selection this year. A 70% shooter at the line.
Watkins is that type of player that we said she can get hot quick and stay hot, and we've seen it in this third quarter, doing a really good job finding her groove with that lefty stroke. And the Penguins just haven't done a really good job finding her the past couple possessions and have given her open looks.
That free throw for Olsen snaps a 6-0 run on the 2 threes from Watkins. It's now 51-48 Binghamton. And this is their largest lead of the night thus far. Foul called here against Youngstown State.
That's a quick move by Watkins, just rejected that ball screen. Arbanis thought she was going to use it going to her left, rejected it to go right, and Arbanis had to grab her and get a reach-in foul to stop her from getting all the way to the hoop.
First foul on Arbanis. 3rd team foul on YSU. Watkins tried to go up through Arbanis, no whistle. She looks at the official, wants the foul. Official was not going to give her that one. That's that James Harden move where they get the hands above the ball and try and come through it, and official wasn't having it.
Yeah, he probably would have got that in the NBA, but nonetheless, this is the WBI, not the NBA, but it's a smart move. I mean, Watkins recognized Arbanis was right there and tried to draw the contact. You never know.
Kai Moon will be the one to throw it in, and a quick foul called before the inbound against Youngstown State. So they're going to get Chelsea Olsen, as Olsen will pick up her first on the evening. And that now is the 5th team foul. As checked out, the last one was the 4th, so that means 2 free throws coming for Jasmine Cena, the junior guard from Lake Hopatcong, New Jersey. And she hits the first. On the season, Cena is an 82% shooter at the stripe. And that puts Binghamton up 4, their largest lead tonight, 52-48. Cena, nothing but net on both free throws. It's a 5-point game, Penguins down 5. Olsen will run the point with India Benjamin on the bench with those 3 personal fouls. Olsen going to work off a screen from Cash. Goes right by her defender and then got rejected. Great block by Carly Kirchnavi, the sophomore. She rejected Olsen.
Yeah, this Binghamton team, they're aggressive at the rim on the defensive side of the basketball.
Olsen gets it into Cash in the center of the lane. Point blank shot rolls off. Rebound for Watkins, and all the momentum with the Bearcats right now. Up ahead to Cena. She'll reset to Watkins now.
You're just seeing a type of energy from this Bearcats team that really you're not seeing from Youngstown State. It's almost like Binghamton's at home and Youngstown State's on the road. Just a lot of long faces right now from the Penguins, almost feeling sorry for themselves, and Binghamton's taking advantage of that.
Watkins works off a double screen at the top. Fadeaway jumper, rims out. Myers grabs the rebound. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. The shot clock is off. Myers got to bring it up. Needs to get it over half court and does. Now going to drive into the lane. On the block, goes up and is fouled. Hey, however you get it done. It didn't look pretty, but Myers is going to go to the line for two. He was looking for someone to outlet to.
Yeah, well, the thing with Binghamton is they took away Chelsea Olsen. India Benjamin's on the bench, so Chelsea Olsen is almost your backup point guard now with Trimmer out, and they just took her away, didn't let her get to catch the basketball in transition, and made Myers go the length of the floor, and she drew the foul.
Myers at the line. First one is no good. And Youngstown State has struggled at the line here as of late, as they are now just 5 of 10 at the line. On the season, they shoot it at 73% as a team. 3 seconds to go here in the third. One shot left for Myers. Able to split the pair to make it 53-49. 3 seconds to go. Here comes Kai Moon. Gonna have to fire from half court. It is too high, and that'll do it for the third period here at Beagley Center. 1 quarter remaining to find out who's going to advance to the second round of the WBI. 53-49, Binghamton in front by 4. We'll be back to Youngstown after these messages. One quarter remaining here at Beagley Center to determine who moves on to the second round of the Women's Basketball Invitational, as Binghamton has a 4-point lead as we start the final period. Youngstown State led by as many as 13 in the first half, and the Bearcats have come storming back to hold the fourth quarter lead. Here's Imani Watkins, throws it in for Alyssa James, who's back in, goes up over Cash and scores. Alyssa James, who's been on the bench with 3 fouls, goes right to work.
And she's catching that ball way too deep in the post, and it's almost like a layup for her when she catches that ball about 2 feet from the rim. All she got to do is spin to her left shoulder and kiss it off the glass. And the talented player that she is, she's going to make that 9 out of 10 times.
Nikki Arbanis with the 3. That's her 4th 3. She's 4 of 4 from downtown, and it's a big one. And the Penguins are back within 3.
YSU's going to win this game if they can take away Watkins and James, just eliminate them from the offense, or Binghamton makes somebody else beat them, almost front James in the post, and you got to take Watkins away and almost star trap her.
James missed that shot. Good job by Chelsea Olsen to come over from the weak side and contest. Here's India Benjamin. She's back in. She's got 3 personal fouls as well.
She'll miss those contested shots, but when you give her easy layups like they've been giving her, catching it 2 feet from the rim, she's going to knock those in.
Benjamin finds Chelsea Olsen. Olsen has 7 points and 7 rebounds. Gets it into the hands of Arbanis. 8 to shoot. Natalie Myers, the sophomore, works in, gets it to Cash, locks, loads, left it short. Myers working on the boards, but Kai Moon going to come away with it. Moon lost the basketball and able to track it down as it nearly went out of bounds. Just underway here in the 4th, 8.5 to play. Bearcats by 3 in what's turned out to be a really good game down the stretch. Moon into the hands of Carmody. Looking for James down low, makes the catch, left it short as she went right through Olsen, and it's tipped out of bounds by James. Penguins basketball.
It's 2 times now James has struggled to finish through contact when there's traffic in that lane. Here comes that full court press by Binghamton. Gave YSU fits.
Cash able to get it up ahead to Myers. Myers stops at the foul line, kicks it out Arbanis, now into the corner Olsen. Fires for 3. Too strong, but an offensive rebound for Sarah Cash. Myers locks, loads, no good. Carmody with the rebound. Rebecca Carmody had a strong game today. She's got 8 points and a couple rebounds now. And here's Imani Watkins, leads all scorers with 22. James up top, finds Watkins. Arbanis has her. 12 to shoot. Watkins to the baseline, kicks it into the corner. Jasmine Sina for 3. She knocks it down. Jasmine Sina with a huge 3 in the corner. Sina's 2nd triple puts the Bearcats up 6.
How about the vision by Watkins to drive baseline and almost like a LeBron pass, a little wraparound on that baseline, throwing it to the corner. And Sina was open because of the attention the Penguins got to give to Watkins.
Arbanis with the jab step. Jumper is off, no good. And Watkins will slow things down. In addition to her 20 points a game, Watkins also averages about 3 assists and almost 5 rebounds per game. He's an all-around player. One of the best we've seen this year on offense for sure. She has the basketball on the wing. Gonna fire a long 3, and that's an air ball out of bounds. So got a little greedy that time. But I don't blame her. The way she's been playing, I'd put it up too. And you could tell from the head coach, Linda Simino, she's got the green light. You can tell that she was out here pregame working with her. They seem like they have a great relationship.
And when you got a senior that's that experienced and that talented, you got to give them the green light. You can't limit those type of players. That's when you're going to
Benjamin for 3. That one's no good.
Hurt your team.
Carmody comes flying in, and she'll lead the break.
Penguins settling right now offensively. Past couple shots been ill-advised, quick 3-pointers in the shot clock that haven't been able to fall, and the Bearcats just working better offense and giving them a 6-point lead.
Into the hands of their go-to player, Watkins. Now Carmody gonna get it over to the wing for Kai Moon. Moon gonna step back for 3. Yes, ma'am, Kai Moon for 3. And the Bearcats have opened up a 9-point lead, their largest tonight. Timeout, John Barnes with 6:14 to go in the 4th. We're gonna step aside. It is all Binghamton right now. They lead it by 9, 61-52. Back after these messages. 6:14 left to go in the ball game here in Youngstown as Binghamton has scored the last 6 points. And they're on an 8-3 run, and they have their largest lead of the night at 9 points, 61-52. And now the Penguins will have to mount a comeback as they led by as many as 13 in the first half, but it's really been all Binghamton since then.
It's just been a lot of energy from this Bearcats team that Youngstown State has not had throughout this game after the first quarter. And shots like that have not been falling for Youngstown State. And let's let the Bearcats get a 9-point lead. You're gonna have to make a run now if you're YSU.
Olsen had a good look. She's now 0-4 from 3 on the night. Carmody picked up her dribble, able to get it to Watkins, gonna drive all the way past Cash, left it short, but James tips it out to Moon. And Linda Simino wants her team to reset. Moon will drive in, kick it back out to Watkins, who leads all scorers with 22 points. Working on Arbanis. Dribbles to the top of the floor. Pull-up jumper on the way, and in. And right now, Imani Watkins is just the best player on the floor, and there's not much anyone can do about it.
Again, not bad defense, much better offense by Watkins. And she's one of those players and just can go out and get a bucket, and she's done exactly that all game and been really good for Binghamton. Penguins going to try to put a little full-court press of their own, try to speed up the Bearcats.
Cash drives in and scores. She now has 11 points. Imani Watkins, right now, you can try and guard her, but sometimes there's just no defense for some of the shots she's had tonight. Double team out top and a foul called against McKenna Peters. That'll be her first, and that should take us to a timeout. 4:49 left to go in the ball game. Binghamton leading 63-54. We'll be back to Youngstown right after this. Just under 5 minutes left to play in the ball game. Binghamton trying to hang on and get their first national postseason win as a Division I school. They are 19-11, their first trip to a national postseason tournament here in the WBI. And Kai Moon with the basketball, and her team leads it by 9.
Penguins are going to have to string together some defensive stops here in a row to get themselves back in this game.
Moon underneath, kicks it to the corner. Jasmine Cena steps in for the 2, nothing but net. And it's just all going down for the Bearcats right now. They're back up 11.
Really good recognition by Cena. Olsen closed hard, used a little bit of a pump fake to pass up the three for a 15-footer, and she knocked it in.
Long three from McKenna Peters is no good. Alyssa James pulls down her 7th rebound. She now has 16 points and 7 boards. Watkins has 24 to lead all scorers.
And the Penguins have just settled for a lot of deep threes here in this quarter, and they have not fallen. And
Moon out top.
Binghamton has got a lot of layups this quarter.
Looking for help and finds Watkins. Under 4 to play. Arbanis and Cash lead YSU with 13 points apiece. Watkins, step back, creates space, left it short. Rebound for Peters.
Got to push it. We've got time to waste now for Youngstown State.
Benjamin to Arbanis. She'll drive hard, goes up, missed a shot. Olsen's there on the rebound and misses it. And that's how the second half is gone for Youngstown State. A point-blank layup, and it won't go. We hit 3.5 to play. Moon out top. Guarded by Benjamin. Puts it on the deck all the way to the block. Lost it. Picks up her dribble, double team. Somehow gets it to Carmody, who had it ripped away by Cash. Here comes Benjamin. Finds Peters in transition, goes up and scores with the left hand.
Nice job in transition by the Penguins. Got to turn immediately now. This could be trouble.
Here comes Watkins. Her and James going to go up and under Cash and draws the foul. As Watkins snuck behind the defense, and she'll go to the line for 2. 1 of 1 at the line here tonight.
They just released Watkins there and threw it to her, and it was 2-on-1, her and James with Sarah Cash, and that's advantage Binghamton every time. And Watkins kept it to herself, drew the contact, and to the free throw line she goes. 71% from the free throw line this season.
Watkins, first free throw, no good. Her season high this year is 36 points, so she's proven she can fill it up. She's got 24 here tonight. Scored 36 points against Cornell earlier this year. 1 shot left for the senior guard from High Point, North Carolina. The America East Player of the Year, and we've seen why here tonight as she splits the pair. Full court pressure from the Bearcats now. Trying to seal this victory. Olsen was looking up ahead for Cash, had it tipped out of bounds. It'll be a sideline inbounds. There's head coach Linda Simoneau for Binghamton, and he's got a good team here. They're active, a lot of talent on both ends. They've been impressive here tonight. Benjamin going to throw it all the way ahead for Peters, who fires it to Olsen, spins to the block, looking for help now, and she does find Benjamin up top. Finds Arbanis, locks, loads, bang! Nikki Arbanis for 3. Arbanis with her 5th 3 of the evening. And it's 66-59.
Got to get up now.
A lot of time left, still 2.5 to play. Here's Carmody at the foul line, kicks it out. Cena, run off the line, drops it underneath for James. Footwork on Cash, goes up, left it short, ball tipped. James gets it back. Working again on Cash, this time scores it. As Alyssa James just persisted, kept going after it. And able to get the deuce.
Strong rebound by James, really strong rebound. Stuck with the play and finished through some contact by Sarah Cash.
2 minutes to play in the ball game. Benjamin, a long 3 on the way, no good. Ball tipped by Olsen, eventually into the hands of Arbanis. But we'll find Olsen on the wing. New shot clock for Youngstown State. Cross-court pass to Arbanis, little pull-up. That's left short. Cena's got the rebound, and now the Penguins are running out of time, as it looks like Binghamton might be moving on to the second round if they can ice this one away.
10-4 on the road this year, Dre. This team's been here. They know what to do on the road, and they were down 13, but didn't hang their heads, used a lot of energy to end the first half, and gave themselves the lead.
Watkins threw it away on the other end. Peters drives in a wild shot. Bodies went flying, no whistle. Cena brings it down into the forecourt, guarded by Olsen, and a timeout called. Now they're going to call foul, as they will call a hand check on Chelsea Olsen. That'll be the second on Olsen. As you see head coach Linda Simoneau giving love to her star point guard, Imani Watkins. Simoneau was the head coach at Caldwell College before she came here to Binghamton. 13-17 a year ago were the Bearcats. They turned it around this year with a 19-11 record, trying to get to number 20. Cross-court pass to Cena. Going to work toward the baseline. Drops it to James, who's got the much smaller Benjamin on her. Benjamin ripped it away out of bounds. It'll be Bearcat basketball with 1:07 to play in a 9-point game. The niece of Patrick Ewing, Alyssa James. That basketball.
She showed the little.
That pedigree is there.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
Good. Been very physical in the post.
James with 18 and 8 tonight.
Youngstown State really hasn't seen anybody like her all year. They can affect it on the defensive side of the basketball, but also be strong on that offensive side.
Watkins no good. Benjamin tries to throw it to Olsen. It's tipped out of bounds by a Bearcat. So the YSU will have it with 49.4 left to go. And a timeout going to be called here by John Barnes, as we'll keep it right here with 49.4 left to go. Youngstown State, as we talked about, playing in the postseason for the third time in the last 4 years, played in the WBI 2 years ago. Made it to the semifinals, and right now in danger of getting out of the first round, Mike.
Yeah, they are, and I just think that they thought they were very comfortable with a 13-point lead here at home to this Binghamton team, and they kind of took their foot off the gas, and that's exactly when the Bearcats put their foot on the pedal, and they haven't let up, and YSU's just, the mountain's been too high to climb back up to get themselves back into this thing, and every time they make a run, a lot of credit to this Bearcat team. They've done a good job of responding and responding well.
One big stat to look at here as we look at the stat sheet is Youngstown State just 5 of 18 from three-point land for 28%. This is the team that came in, tied for second in the league in three-point percentage, ended the year leading the Horizon League at 8.7 threes per game, had 271 threes as a team coming in. They're one of just 8 programs to make over 200 threes each of the last 8 years, and just haven't got a lot of the looks to go down tonight. Nikki Arbanis has hit all 5 of her attempts, and she's the only Penguin to make a three here tonight. And for Youngstown State, when they're not hitting their threes, it's usually tough to win.
Yeah, it is. And you saw that in the second half against Green Bay. Shots weren't falling and kind of dug themselves a little bit of a hole, and it's exactly what they've done here. I mean, when you've only had one player make a three-pointer on your roster in a game, it's going to be hard to win against, especially against a team that has the offensive firepower of Watkins and James.
Errant pass off the inbounds, gave the ball back to Binghamton, and a foul called against Arbanis, guarding Watkins, second against Arbanis. 40 seconds to play, and Binghamton just trying to ice this one away, and another foul called. It'll be against McKenna Peters, her second. And that will send Imani Watkins to the line, where on the night she is 2 of 3. 25 points for the senior guard, who averages 20 per game. And we were told before the game by some of the traveling party for Binghamton that this might be one of the best players we've seen all season long, and that was definitely a true statement.
She's very similar to Chelsea Wells from Wright State, a very savvy player that knows her capabilities, which are a lot, and she's very smooth with her moves, and it's a tough thing to guard. It's a tough task to guard, and when she's been on a roll tonight and on fire, it's tough to start. It's tough to stop. She's by far been the best offensive player on the floor.
Checking in for the Penguins is Morgan Olsen, number 25, senior forward from Napanee, Indiana, who will likely be playing in her last few seconds here. This will be what looks like the last game for India Benjamin. Morgan Olsen, senior Kelly Wright out with a broken collarbone. She was a big part of this team this year. So this will be the last we see of India Benjamin, the great point guard in Youngstown State. She'll finish her career as the all-time leader in assists, games played, games started. And tonight, Mike, she also broke the minutes played record at Youngstown State. So,
yeah, really good player in India Benjamin, and she represented this program and everything that this program has built and has achieved. It's been in part to a lot of India Benjamin. So we're going to miss her here at Youngstown State.
And that'll do it as the buzzer sounds here at Bigley Center. Binghamton with the win, 70-59, as they move to 20-11 overall. They will now advance to the second round, where they will play Northeastern and Yale. The winner of that game, they will play tomorrow night. Youngstown State wraps up their 2017-18 season at 500, 16-16, as they fall to 8-7 on the year here at Bigley Center. For my partner, Mike Yurstowski, and our whole crew here in Youngstown, I'm Dre Smith saying so long for the final time this year from Youngstown, where the final score is Binghamton 70, YSU 59. To watch this entire game on replay, as well as other games on our family of ESPN networks, log on to watchespn.com or download the Watch ESPN app. Thanks, everybody, for watching. This has been a Horizon League copyright broadcast. Have a great night, everyone.